So, in chapter 7 of the book of Daniel, Daniel saw visions in his dream, meaning he saw the visions while he was asleep. And he saw 4 great beasts come out of the sea of humanity, of various tribes, tongues, and people. And the first beast that he saw was like a lion with eagle's wings. Now we know lion is the king of the jungle. So in the jungle of humanity, he saw a lion. He's referring therefore to the Babylonian Empire under King Nebuchadnezzar. So this lion symbolizes power and strength. And the eagle's wings speak of swiftness. The lion with eagle's wings represent Babylonians' swift victories and destruction of other nations. So that is representing the head of gold in the statue in Nebuchadnezzar's dream, which he saw. Then he saw that the lion's wings were torn off and its mobility was reduced. This could refer to Nebuchadnezzar's insanity, so-called insanity, when the people drove him out of his kingdom and he lived with the beasts, like the beast, drenched by the dew of heaven and eating grass like an animal. And this he lived for 7 years, and after that he looked up to heaven and realized that the Lord God Almighty is the great king over every kingdom of the world, and he's in complete control, complete charge of everything that happens to humanity. The lion then rose up on its 2 hind legs like a man, and the heart of a human being was given to him. So the lion got a human heart, such as that after his insanity and being driven out of his kingdom, Nebuchadnezzar involved himself in humanitarian efforts and gave up his beastly nature and got human heart. So he must have involved himself in humanitarian occupations, and he took more interest in his subject and in human affairs than he had done earlier. So in that vision, Daniel sees the lion whose wings were torn off and who then stood up like a man with the heart of a man, pointing to the Babylonian Empire. Then the second beast came out of the sea of humanity, and the second beast was like a bear, and this animal, we know, has great strength. He's referring to the Medo-Persian Empire, or the chest and the arms of silver that Nebuchadnezzar saw in his dream. So the Medo-Persian Empire was strong and represented by a bear, and it was as fierce as a bear. So the bear was raised up on one side. This suggests that though Persia rose higher than Media, so Persia became stronger than Media in the Medo-Persian Empire, and it became a united kingdom. And the bear had 3 ribs in its mouth, between its teeth, and this could represent its conquering of Babylon, of Lydia, and of Egypt. The three ribs in the mouth could mean that it conquered Babylon, Lydia, and Egypt, the three nations that the Medo-Persian Empire conquered. So the bear was told, devour as much flesh as you can. And this suggests that the kingdom was under God's control and God's authority and not on their own. How do we know? Because it was told by whom? Told by God, that devour as much flesh as you can. So God shows that He is in control. So it devouring other kingdoms, it enlarged its own territory, and we realize that the bear was fulfilling God's purposes. So one thing we should realize, that the kingdoms of the world are under God's control. He raises some nations and some nations fall down. Throughout human history, we see that this has been happening. And today, there's no Babylonian Empire, there's no Medo-Persian Empire. All the countries are different and different rulers are there. So it is God who has allowed it to happen. We shall see the other beasts next time.